Hey everyone, this is Eli J. Brown / Eli J. Brony, and welcome to another evolution of a Hero Factory hero. In this episode, we are going to be taking a look at Julius Nex. This is a hero that was introduced in 2011 as one of the 3 new heroes, the other 2 being Evo and Raka, though of course they weren't all released at the same time. But they were all released in 2011, for the first time anyway. Now, Nex did not get released in the first series because he was not invented in the first series. He was invented in the second series. So this is the first episode of this series in which we start off with, well, a 2.0 series hero. Alright, so let's take everything else out of the way and now focus on the original version of Nex, which is his 2.0 form. Now, I think I have gone over this version of Nex before, so I'm going to be going over him again for this evolution video, and I also think there's a bit of dirt there. Alright, here we go. So, Nex 2.0. This is him. Now, this version of Nex does look quite interesting. He is one of the heroes to use the thinner main... Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Be right back. I'm real sorry about that. I didn't realize I gave him the wrong style of main body piece. He was supposed to have one of the thinner main body pieces. He does now. And as you have seen, I had built him with the wider main torso piece instead. But I got it fixed now. Real sorry about that. Alright, so... Nex is an orange hero. He is orange with some white and also a green hero core and spike piece, as well as the headpiece that is used underneath his visor. Now his visor does look pretty cool. We can see that there is a buzzsaw piece right here, though I've never seen him actually use it. And there are also basically buzzsaw pieces used on his shield piece too, like there's one over here and one over here, and these pieces were also used with Breeze. And like with all of the heroes in the 2.0 series, he has the printing on it, Nex 2.0. He doesn't have any armor on his left arm, which doesn't look too bad with the presence of the weapon right here. Although if you had him without any like armor or any, if it was just, if Nex was given 2 hands, but you didn't have any armor over here, it probably wouldn't look very good. Alright, so that is Nex 2.0. Now let's go over into the next series, and that would be the Savage Planet series. And in this case, we have Nex 3.0. Now, Nex's 3.0 series form is also very cool looking. The tiger mask looks really nice. Like with all of the heroes in the series, he has a printed armor piece that says Nex 3.0, and it has the face of the tiger. Although something about this version of Nex is that unlike the one before and the one that comes after this one, is that he doesn't have any white. Instead, he has silver. I don't quite understand why they decided to drop the white. Now, his weapon here are these tiger claws. I guess that's what they are called. And unlike with Bulk and who we will see a little later, Raka, Nex's weapon is attached to the side of his arm instead of on his hand. And did I say Bulk? I meant to say Stormer. So, not really anything else to say here. The armor arrangement is obviously different, because this is an official set, and so was the 2.0 series Nex. So that's about all that I have for this version of Nex, all that I gotta say about this one. So now, we are going on to Nex in Breakout Form. And the camera. Thank you. So, in this form, Nex, well, since he was not released in the original series, this would mean that, well, what would have been his first series mask? Since Nex was not in that series, and since all of the heroes in the Breakout series received their original masks, Nex, on the other hand, gets a completely new design. Although the design of Nex's mask in this case does have some resemblance to his original series mask. I'll just do a comparison here real quickly. Notice how they look a bit similar to one another? Like they have the same lower garb piece right there. Certainly a good way to retain Nex's original look. Now for some odd reason, Nex was given a black hand piece right here. I guess it was because he also has this blaster right here. Although on the bright side, at least he does have a hand in the blaster, which is something that was dropped for Furno and Surge and Evo and Raka, but not for Breeze and Stormer, thankfully. And his weapon is this sort of laser weapon right here, which does look pretty cool. Certainly a fitting weapon for this sort of hero. Like with all of the heroes in this series, he does get a set of handcuffs, and that is so he can capture the villain XT4. The handcuffs are actually shorter than they were intended to be, because I used one length instead of 3. The only thing that I don't like about this version of Nex would be the main torso. I mean, why did you have to have the torso be white? The printing on it does look pretty cool, but the question is, LEGO, why did you have to have the torso piece be white with an orange print? Why couldn't you have it be orange with a white print instead? That's just my personal opinion. If you like the way Nex is, good for you. But I personally would think that he'd look better if his, his torso piece was in an orange color instead of the white color. I mean, I do understand that white was his original accent color, but in my opinion, this is pretty much too much of it, though. I really would have preferred if Nex had an orange main body piece. This was sadly the last version of Nex that we ever got, and if you haven't seen the Stringer video, go check that out. I already discussed my thoughts about the whole Nex and Stringer not appearing after Breakout. I talk about that in that video, so I'm not going to go over it again here. What I am going to go over is a custom figure that I've made of Nex, and that is a minifigure. I did show this off a couple years ago during the Invasion from Below series. This is a figure where I just took a bulk and just spray painted the parts orange, and I also used a green headpiece underneath there to work out how Nex originally looked. Alright, well, I think the lineup here is going to be a bit more complicated, considering that, other than the minifigure, every version of Nex is going to be the same height, or should be the same height. Well, okay, it looks like this one should be taller than 2.0 Nex. What about Tiger? The Tiger looks taller, so I'm gonna put the Tiger at the back. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.